what's up guys, Envious here. We got a 2016 Dodge Charger that I'm putting drilled and slotted rotors and painting the calipers red on. So I'll go ahead and show you the vehicle and everything that we got to work with. Alright, here's the car right here. We already got the wheels off of it. It's up in the air. Like I said, once again, it's a 2016 Dodge Charger. We're going to be painting the calipers red and putting drilled and slotted rotors on. Show you everything that we have right here. So we got a left side and a right side. So we got a left rear, left front, right rear, right front, rear pads, front pads, adhesive promoter, red enamel paint, and then I'm using brake cleaner to actually clean it all off with. Now I've already got this side apart. It's two 13mm that go into the actual caliper that hold it on with an 18mm lock nut, and then you have two 21mm that hold on the actual bracket itself, and then you can get the rotor off with that. So while I continue to take this apart and get everything cleaned up, I'll show you what I have going on and show you my painting process on everything. So I'll be right back. Alright, so one caliper is done. I'm letting it finish dry over here. It's still a little bit tacky, but I have the rotors on all four. So this is the right side is on. Right side's on and everything. The brackets for everything. I had to put two heaters in front of this to get it to actually stick and dry because it's so cold right now. But it's seeming to work pretty well and decently. They're drying up pretty good, nice and red and shiny. But I'll show you the rest of the car real quick. My dad's over here working on a Jeep, coolant issues and some other things wrong with it. This one over here, this is why I had to paint in front of the heater. It's so cold, focus, that it's starting to fisheye a little bit. So I'm gonna have to take this off from right here. It's a 13mm bolt to get this off. Take the caliper over to in front of the heaters, clean it one more time, make sure there's nothing on it because it's going to get some brake fluid on it. Once it dries and it gets nice and warm, because right now it's cold to the touch, once it gets warm I'll start laying down a couple more coats, and then I'll put the rotor on this one right here. Then you see back here in the back we're going to do the same thing. Take the calipers off. We're doing one at a time and put everything back together one thing at a time as it dries. Like I said, right now this is where I'm at. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now with everything. So I'm going to let all that dry. As it dries, I'll put it back together. Make sure it's not tacky or anything. So I'll clean my hands, make sure there's no fingerprints and everything on it. But like I said, I'm getting the stuff done, put together. Got these two heaters over there. It's also helping keep me warm too, because I'm actually standing over here with these things as I paint. It's actually really warm over here. It feels good. But I'm going to let these dry for a little bit, and then I'll bring it back when I get at least all the brackets put back on there with the new pads and hardware, and then I'll start doing one caliper at a time and then show you what it looks like after we get done with it. Alright you guys, I got one more caliper left. Like I said, this is the one that I need to redo because of the cold weather. You see it's got a little bubble in and everything on it that I want to go ahead and fix real quick. But the passenger side is done. Got the wheel back on. I think it looks pretty decent. It looks good.
Okay.
I mean, a retard did it, so. Here's the rear. Rear looks pretty decent. I dropped it once. And actually, you dropped it more than I did. So I got one more left to do, and that is the driver front. I got completely tore apart because I'm going to clean it and put the rotor and everything back on. I'm going to show you how we put it together on this side. So I just got to figure out how to set my phone up, set it up on a tripod or something like that, and I'll record myself putting this side back together. Like I said, this side right here, the actual bracket itself, which is right here, that's the bracket. It's held on through here with two 21mm bolts, and then you have the hardware for the pads And these are the pads right here. Put a little bit of anti-seize on the end so it doesn't seize up against the actual bracket. Alright, and then the caliper goes on over the bracket into these two spots. Those are two 13mm bolts, just like this, that run through the caliper into that bracket. This is a 13mm bolt for the brake line that goes through it. And then we'll get everything put together. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower it, fill the reservoir back up with brake fluid, and we're going to go one wheel starting in the driver rear. Then we're going to go passenger rear, driver rear, passenger front, driver front, and bleed it out, get all the air out of the lines. And we'll have to have an hourly guy up in it while we do it. So let me go ahead and get this one finished up over there, and then we'll put this side together. Alright guys. No problem.
Dreaming.